Gloo AI Gateway simplifies the process of providing your applications access to any large language model, whether you're using one of the pre-trained models from OpenAI, Mistral, Anthropic, or other providers, or you have already fine-tuned your own model and you're running it locally. It gives your organization a central place where you can manage and control access using role-based access control, define rate limiting on the token count, collect metrics and control costs, as well as manage prompts and define guardrails and validation on both requests and prompts sent to the LLM and responses received from the LLM. Let's take a look at how you can use Gloo AI Gateway and the upstream resource to define and manage access to large language models. Using an upstream resource, we can configure a specific LLM provider. In this example, we're defining an upstream resource for the OpenAI LLM provider. Notice that we're referencing a token called OpenAI Secret. This refers to the Kubernetes secret containing the API key that gives you access to the LLM provider. Using a Kubernetes secret allows us to keep the API key secure and reduces the risk of accidental exposure compared to using the API key directly from each AI application your organization runs. The Gloo AI Gateway supports the Kubernetes Gateway API resources, so once you have an upstream resource, you can reference it in an HTTP route resource to route requests to the LLM. Let's take a look at an example. I have a local Kubernetes cluster running with Gloo AI Gateway installed. I also have a front-end application, a simple chatbot that uses Gloo AI Gateway to interact with the LLM providers. The first step is to create the Kubernetes secrets that store the API keys for the LLM providers. I'll be configuring both OpenAI and Mistral. I put the API keys in environment variables, and now I'm just running kubectl create secret to create the secrets we'll reference in the upstream resource. As the next step, we'll define the two upstream resources, one representing the OpenAI provider and the other one representing the Mistral provider. This upstream resource is used in the backend ref in the HTTP route. The HTTP route resource from the Kubernetes Gateway API routes the request to the respective upstreams. Requests sent to the /OpenAI path will be routed to the OpenAI provider, and requests sent to the /Mistral AI will be routed to the Mistral provider. Let's get the external IP address for the Gloo AI Gateway, and let's send a direct request just to check that everything works. First, let's try the Mistral AI. Note that we're providing the model name and the user prompt, and we'll receive back a response from the Mistral AI provider through the Gloo AI Gateway. You can also get streaming responses if you set the stream parameter to true. Similarly, if we send a request to the /OpenAI path, we'll receive a response from the OpenAI provider. Let's switch to our chatbot. I have implemented an option to switch between models, so let's try OpenAI provider first. If we send a prompt, we'll get a response from the OpenAI. Now, if I switch to the Mistral provider and send another prompt, I'll get a response back from the Mistral AI. Note that the chatbot doesn't have access to any LLM API keys, and we aren't sending them either because the Gloo AI Gateway is taking care of that for us. In this demo, you've seen how to use Gloo AI Gateway to manage API keys to access large language models using the upstream resource, and how to use the HTTP route resource to route requests to the LLM providers you've defined.